thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having me here. I actually feel very special because you could have had anyone in the seat right now and you have me here. So thank you so much for having me.
Of course. So, I know you, right?
Yeah.
But I want you to tell the viewers just a little bit about your background. Where are you from? And all of those sorts of things.
Yes. So I'm from Florida. I'm born and raised in Miami-Dade County, mainly all over Broward County too, though I was just born in Miami, but I was raised all over Broward County. Went to many different schools. We had to move around a lot. I don't know why that is. We literally probably moved every year and I went to a different school, but I ended up going to high school in Cool Springs.
Okay.
That's where I met my husband, my little boo thing then,
Your high school sweetheart?
My high school sweetheart, yes. I met him in Cool Springs High School. He was 16, I was 15.
Okay.
And I don't know, it was like love at first sight, and we pretty much, it's almost like I know it's puppy love, and people that say puppy love really don't last, but
sometimes when you know though.
Yeah.
And it sounds like you both knew.
Yeah. I'm a lover, so I think that I just latch on and I love so hard and love so deeply. So we started dating, I think it was 2001.
Uh-huh.
2001 we started dating. We ended up leaving from South Florida. We went to the University of Florida together.
Okay.
And at the University of Florida though, even though love at first sight, so perfect, we separated for about like 2.5 years. I went to Atlanta for a little while, and then eventually I decided that I wanted to be back with him. So we got back together, moved to Tampa. That's where everything started really rolling for me. So when I turned 30, I was married. We built our first house, and I had my first child.
That's amazing.
Yes, all in
1 year.
All in 1 year, and it was like months apart. Like literally, I think we closed on our house in May. We had the baby in June, and then I got married in September. And guess what we did?
What's that?
We said goodbye to that house, and we moved to Atlanta in January. Okay, that's what happened.
So talk to me through that moment. What was it like managing you planning your wedding, being pregnant at that point in time, and then also building your first home?
Honestly, at this point, I don't think I know how I even function in life. Like my friend tells me that I like to juggle a million things at once, and she thinks I like to live in chaos, and I'm starting to agree with her because I don't know. I feel like if I'm not doing something, then I'm not doing anything. And I don't know if that's like a trauma, because I was also in grad school then too, which I switched like my roles.
What did you get your degree in?
Actually, yes. So actually I was in not law school. I was in grad school when I was in Atlanta when we separated. So I got my master's in forensic psychology.
Okay.
So now I got my master's in forensic psychology, then I moved back with my husband, and then all of those things happened, right?
So master's in forensic psychology, then
Yes.
Tampa.
Then Tampa.
Okay.
However,
and now planning for the wedding.
And I went back to school because I was realizing that my degree, I felt like I wasn't going to go high enough in my degree.
Okay.
So I decided to get a master's degree to get licensed. And then, so that's what I was doing at the time, yes.
Okay, wow. That's...
I don't know.
And so, okay, you made a comment. You said that you like to live in chaos. Why do you think that is?
I really... At first, when she would say that, I was like, no, I don't. What are you talking about? But then when I really look at my life, it's always a lot going on. I do juggle a lot of things. I'm not sure if it's because it's how I was raised. That's what I just saw my mom having to do so many things to keep up to help, coming from Bahamas here, she had to do a lot of things to get, to help take care of her and her kids because it wasn't easy for like an immigrant coming here.
So it's almost like a thing that that's naturally that's all you know.
Yeah, I think that's probably what it is I don't know anything else. It feels comfortable to me. I think I might feel uncomfortable, like, I feel uncomfortable with, like, nothing going on.
I understand. It doesn't even stop there, though. Like, that's just, give us a time frame. Like, is this 2016 time for ways?
So, yes. So
where you are in life?
So all of that did happen in 2016. It was 2016, the house, the baby, the wedding, and then moving to Atlanta in 2017.
Oh, wow.
So while I was in Atlanta, I think that, so actually, let me move back a little bit, because when I had my master's degree in forensic psychology, I would always have to work so closely with attorneys. I would always have to be in court. I would see the prosecutors, I would see the defense attorneys, and I literally would sit in court as the forensic specialist, and I would sit in what is it called? The stand, I don't know. I would sit and watch, and I couldn't believe like how smart they were, how poised they were. And I just would look at them and say, wow, I could never do that. They're so smart. They're so much better than me. Like, I just admired them.
Is that when you decided you wanted to become an attorney yourself?
I didn't think I could do it. I didn't think that was for me. Like, no.
What? You're telling me that you were managing all that you were managing and you thought that you couldn't become an attorney? Why is that?
They just seem so smart. It just seems such like a far reach.
And now look at you sitting as the assistant state attorney right now in my chair.
I know. I could cry thinking about it. Yeah, no, that's why although law school was horrific, I felt like traumatizing, I still really appreciated every moment. But I appreciate my job right now, all because this is something that I thought I could never have, and now having it is wild to me.
And you made this, I want us to talk about that a little bit more, because you're telling me that at some point you thought that they were so smart and that's something you couldn't be.
Yes.
When did you decide you wanted to go for it? When did you say, you know what? I'm going to give this a shot regardless of me thinking that I can't achieve this goal.
So I think I was really triggered to go to law school when I started working in Atlanta. When we moved to Atlanta, I believe it was 2018. I started working for the Fulton County District Attorney's Office.
Okay.
I was working as a victim advocate, and yes, and I eventually I was only there, mind you, since February 2018, and I think I left in September, August, because we had to move again.
Okay.
So my husband's job was moving us around as well, like how it was when I was a kid. So it's like, I'm used to chaos, I don't know. So yeah, so we, I became close with the district attorney there, and one day I was talking to him because, again, I'm here admiring all these people. Wow, I wish I could be like them. And I said to him, I wish I could do this. And he looked at me and he said, if any of these people walking around here could do this, you can do it. So at that point I was like, you know what? I'm gonna try and study for the LSAT. And I just put it in my head.
When you're studying for the LSAT, where are you in life at this point? Are you in the process of introducing your second baby?
Oh, yes. Oh, why did I forget about her? My little sweetheart. Okay, yes, actually, so I was pregnant. I became pregnant in March.
And when did you take the LSAT?
I took the LSAT in November. I was big pregnant. I think I was like, I did get pregnant in March, and I want to say I had her in December. So December 18th, she was born. So I took it. So I don't remember exactly the date in November. Big pregnant. It was really not fun at all. When I took it, I said, you know what? I'm not doing this again. Somebody's just gonna have to accept whatever score I get, and that's just gonna have to be it. I can't do this anymore. And I only did it once, so.
And someone accepted those scores.
They sure did. Yes, they did.
And so now what made you come, so at this point in time, you're living in Atlanta, is that correct?
No, I'm living in Jersey.
Okay, so you're in New Jersey.
I'm in New Jersey. I have my baby December 18th. December 26th, my husband was actually getting up to fly to Tampa for his best friend's wedding. This is kind of graphic. I don't know if this is TMI.
Go ahead. I told you whatever it is that you're comfortable with.
So this is a part. What is one of the reasons I wanted to move back?
What we're understanding is you met your high school sweetheart. You went to UF. You graduated. Then you moved to Atlanta. That's when you went and got your master's degree. Am I correct?
Yeah, correct.
Then you moved to Tampa with him. And then in 2016 is when you both were married. But you were also introducing your first child. And you built your first home, right?
Correct.
So then at that point afterwards, you guys moved to New Jersey?
Yeah, no, we moved to Atlanta.
So you moved to Atlanta.
Yes.
And then from Atlanta, what happened then? Atlanta, what happened then?
So Atlanta is where I decided, okay, I want to go to law school. I think this is for me. I think I can handle this.
Okay.
That was in Atlanta.
And then what's next in your life at that point?
So at that point, I'm pregnant. With my second child, Eva. I'm pregnant with Eva. This is 2018. We leave to Jersey August 2018.
Okay.
At that point, I'm studying hardcore day and night for the LSAT.
Okay.
I take it in November. I have Eva December 18th, 2018. And in December, on the 26th, my husband was going back to Tampa for a wedding he was a part of. And I wake up before him. It's like 4:00 in the morning. And this is the gruesome part of it all, but I go into the bathroom, and if I had like a big jug of water, this is me pouring blood into the toilet.
Oh, wow.
Just gushing everywhere. It looked like a murder scene in there, honestly. And then I hear his alarm go off. And mind you, I just called my OBGYN, and I was like, because I just had the baby. So I was like, this is a little weird. I'm bleeding out pretty much, you know? And she told me, just wait 2 hours and see. It happens when you're pregnant. This is probably why a lot of Black women die after giving birth or during the birthing process, because I don't think our concerns or pains are taken seriously. So she told me, wait 2 hours and call her back if I'm still bleeding. My husband's alarm goes off because he's getting ready to go take this early flight.
Right.
He gets up, and I'm like, come here, look at this. And he sees, and he's like, no, we're going to the hospital right now. And I was like, no, I talked to the OB. You know, see, if it was me, I would have been, honestly, I would have been dead with
A newborn.
newborn and a 2-year-old.
Right.
Okay? If I didn't listen to him, or if I just listened to the OBGYN, he was gone, you know? But he was like, no, we're going right now. I'm not going on this flight. It's not happening. Let's go. We go to the hospital. I'm like losing like big chunks of blood clots. Like, you know, long story short, they had to do like, I had something called retained placenta. They had to do a DNC to take it out. And then I lost so much blood, they had to do like a blood transfusion. And then, so they sent me home that same day. Okay? I ended up back in the hospital like 3 days later. Spent my New Year's there. So actually we have, I'm smiling about it, but it's actually not funny at all. We have this kind of like a trauma thing for New Year's now. And the song, who is it? Frank Sinatra, you know, New York, that song, because we were listening to the ball dropping while I was in hospital. He was in fear for me, like, not making it because, they didn't know why. When I ended up they didn't know why I was losing. My blood count was down again. I had to have another. They didn't know what was going on with me. They couldn't figure it out. So at that point, I was like, I'm in Jersey. He was working for Amazon at this time. I'm in Jersey. He's working overnight in Amazon. I'm by myself. I have a 2-year-old. Everything's new. We're so far. I was like, I need to go back to South Florida. I need to be closer to my people. So that's why I ended up applying to law schools in South Florida.
Okay. So wow. Thank you for sharing that. And just hearing you go through that, it sounds like that could have been overwhelming. I can only imagine. And it's like, what was that experience like? Like, how were you able to still manage? Because you still have 2 babies at home looking for you. You know, how were you managing all of that while trying to make sure you stayed healthy enough for them?
You mean like when I was going through that?
Yes.
I don't know. I don't know what I was thinking. I don't know. I don't even know if I was even thinking, honestly. I probably was not thinking at all. I just, you know, when I had the DNC, they kind of told me like, oh, you're going to bleed to death or we have to take out your uterus. And this is like, you know, they have me on drugs, so medication, so I'm kind of
processing
out of it. I just start crying. I don't know. I think I'm used to trauma. I just go and I go and I go and things happen and I just keep it pushing.
Is there ever a point, and now, you know, where you are now in life, where you've set certain, I would say, measures or activities to implement for you, for your self-care and making sure that you're okay?
I think so. I think now I'm asking for more help.
Okay.
Before, I wasn't asking for help. Now, actually, since I think it triggered in COVID time. When COVID happened, I had like an ultimate breakdown. And that's when I started like saying, I need help. I take my time now. You know, we have the 2 girls. Thank God for my husband, because there's days I just don't want to get them ready for school and take them to school. And it's that simple. Right. And I would say, can you take them to school today? And he would take them to school. And that makes me feel better. It lets me drive to school without chaos, not thinking about kids crying, you know, all this, you know, little things that I'm doing to help keep myself sane.
So the answer you found for yourself is speaking up.
Yes.
And telling people when you need them in your times of need.
Instead of, I used to be the I got it girl. I got it. No, I don't need help. I got it. Like, you have all the grocery bags and everyone's like, can I help you? I'm like, I got this. No, don't worry about it. All too well. Now I'm like, yeah, can you help me?
Right.
Can you help me do that? So.
And now that, I guess at some point, Was it weird asking for that help?
No, I needed it. Oh my God. And like I said, it happened in 2020. I needed that. I don't feel bad at all. I told him, I was like, I am going to lose it. I'm telling you, I had to tell him, I'm losing my mind. I'm losing it. Law school, like babies, COVID.
Yeah.
I can't do it.
And just so that the audience understands, so you've left New Jersey, you've applied to law school in Miami,
Yes.
and so now you are in Miami, and how old are your children at this point?
So we moved back to Miami 2019, which is when I started law school. So I had Eva December 2018. I moved back February 2019. And I started working here. I was doing like therapy. So that's what I was doing. If I wasn't doing the forensic stuff, I was doing general therapy, which I did not enjoy at all. But so I was doing therapy for a little while. And then I started law school August 2019. And I met your beautiful self.
We've been friends since.
I know. Thank God.
For real, seriously. Honestly, I would not have been able to get through law school if it weren't for you, Chevy and Amanda. I think you guys have taught me the importance of what it means to lean on a community and asking for that help.
Yes.
So it's kind of interesting to hear that you've learned to ask for that help, because during that time frame is when I learned that for myself as well.
Yes. Law school teaches you a lot of things.
It sure does. And so it's like, it leads me to that point. You know, how in the heck did you manage to go through law school? Because it was me. I only had to worry about one person, and I thought I was losing it. And yet here you are, still at some point building another house with your husband, still managing 2 children, and then taking yourself to school every single day.
I have no idea. My answer is always going to be, I don't know. Like, I think I realized too, and I think this is one of my motivators, is that I realized that I think I tell myself I have no other choice. You have to do this because you have no other choice. So, and that's what helped me study through law school. People would always ask me, they would say, I have a plant at home. I can't even keep the plant alive. And I would say, I have no choice. I don't get to go home and take a nap. What's that? Like, I have to study now because 6 o'clock gets here, my kids are out of school or whatever. I have to do homework, I have to cook, I have to clean. I'm still a wife.
Right.
I still have these duties that I do, right? So, no, I have no choices how it happens. I have to get it and I need to get it now and I need to stay focused and I need to be prepared and I guess it's like me not having any other options.
I understand.
I wish.
And just hearing you say all of this, like, where does your drive come from?
I think my drive comes from not being afraid to not have anything. Yes, my mom and my stepdad, they had like almost everything. Everything, like luxury life, everything, big. They used to call me and my girls the plastics in high school. Like, we had a lot of stuff, right? But through the 2007, 2008 mortgage, that big.
Oh, that financial crisis.
Yeah, financial crisis. They lost everything, right? And I still had my motivation before that, but that was a big thing. Like, you need to, especially for my mom, you need to have your own. You need to get it. They both built the business and it was great, right? But she did a lot of like, here, you can control all the money kind of thing. And you gotta have your own. So I was just afraid of not like being able to take care of myself or and I, you know how I am, girl. I'm like extra luxury, everything, right? So I need to have these things. So I don't know. I need to be able to take care of myself, take care of my kids. Again, it goes back to not having other options. I don't have anyone. Like, I don't have that background of people balling out of control that can help me and push me and do that. So I have to have it for myself. I want to be I feel like I'm breaking the chain, and I'm starting a new cycle where my kids, like, I'm hoping that my daughters become lawyers or become doctors. I'm the first. My older sister, my older brother, they didn't go to college. My younger sister, she didn't go to college. I'm the only one, like literally the only one who's done like so many things.
If you could talk to your younger self, right? Now looking back and thinking about all of the achievements you've gone through, what would you tell your younger self?
I would tell my younger self that, first of all, I can do it, that I am capable. I would tell my younger self to tighten up quicker, take school more seriously. And, I don't want to blame my mom, but in my head, it still plays to this day that I used to always say, when I had homework, she's not the one coming. Let me see your homework, check it, make sure you do it. Like, she was never pushing any of us, I don't think, to go through school. And it's not her fault, She can only do what she knows. Right? So all of that, I would just tell myself to take school more seriously, quicker, because I could have been in law school a long time ago instead of like trying to figure it out, you know? And then I'm capable and I can do it. And stop being so shy, girl. You got this.
You do got this. And also, I think I do that to myself sometimes where like I put myself down about the timeline, but the only person that can truly tell you what your timeline is God.
Yeah.
And so it's like everything happened for a reason and the way it happened.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you for sharing that with us. So you told us that when while managing your different roles, that you realized that the biggest thing you needed was help. When you asked for that help, did you feel like people actually responded to you when you asked them to help you in your time of need?
I do think so, because they're so used to me not asking for help that when I did, they knew I really needed it because they know that I would just take it all on my own.
I understand.
So,
and in your life right now, who do you think is your biggest support system?
My husband definitely is. Yes, he is my like support system. I tell him all the time that I'm happy that when he's around because I don't have to think for myself.
I understand that.
I'm always thinking for everyone and everything, but if it's just me and him, I don't have to think for myself. Like, I don't have to worry about where I'm gonna park. I don't have to worry about nothing. Like, he just handles everything and I'm just there. I just show up.
So probably like a big woo-saw type of moment.
Yes.
One thing we like to do here on T Cares is we like to show you how phenomenal you are. And I just wanted to ask you, do you know whose character you remind me of the most?
No, I don't.
Do you have like just a guess? Has anyone ever tried to compare you to someone?
Beyonce. No, I'm kidding.
Beyonce is a good one.
No kidding.
But I would have said a Michelle Obama. And you're looking at me like crazy, but seriously, Michelle Obama, graduated from Harvard Law School. She worked at one of the top firms in the United States. But more importantly, she got married. She supported her husband as he was a senator and then supported him as he became the president of the United States, all while doing this and managing 2 beautiful children. And it's just like hearing your story today and what you've accomplished and what you had to overcome and juggle while you were still trying to achieve your goals. It's like that is the first person I think of whenever I look at you. And it's even more now, I feel like it resonates with me that you really exemplify a lot of her qualities.
That is so flattering to me, honestly, because I look up to her and I wish that I can be her. Everyone knows Obama is my dad. I always say this, like always. So I'll take that and I'm gonna run with it because thank you. I don't look at myself like that, but you know, I have to see what other people see in me and I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna run with it.
Good.
I'm gonna run with it.
Patricia, thank you so much for taking the time to speak with us and to talk to us about, how you navigate the different roles in your life. There are certain things that, as you already know, you and I are friends, that I learned something new about you today. And you're right, you really do take on a lot of things. Like I always look at you and I see like you accomplish everything that you've told me you wanted to do. I was able to see you accomplish, and it's so amazing. So to hear you, say that you're learning how to ask for help, I'm really proud of you for it, because I don't think you knew what meant or what it looks like prior to today. So I love to hear that you're allowing yourself to, understand that you don't have to have everything, right? And 2, just really leaning on your support system in order to get you through to your next step. So I just thank you again for coming on today.
Thank you so much. And I love that what you just said, because you have been telling me this ever since you met me, that you say everything that I ask for, I want, that you see me get it. And I love that you say that to me, because it helps motivate me more to keep making sure I'm not talking down on myself or, just going after what I want and believing in myself more. So love you.
I love you too.